Hi friends, today to put Robert Baratheon from the A Song of Ice and Fire series into the spotlight. Robert Baratheon is the King of Westeros at the start of the series. His full title is actually Robert Baratheon, first of his name, King of the Andals, the Rhoynar, the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm. Yes, he has to be announced like this every time, and yes, it's quite a mouthful.
In the name of Robert of the House Baratheon, the first of his name, King of the Andals and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
He became king after him and his friend Eddard Stark led a rebellion against King Aerys Targaryen II.
You helped me win the Iron Throne, now help me keep the damn thing. We were meant to rule together.
The name Robert is an English name. However, it comes from an old Germanic name, Herodobert. This in turn comes from two old Germanic words, Hrod, which means fame, and Barath, which means bright. Obviously, the name Robert is a very powerful name. The name Baratheon is a made-up name for this series. George R.R. Martin was heavily inspired by Norse mythology for this series. And the word Bara exists in Norse, it means big wave. The word Theon is Greek and it means God. Now, the Baratheon house is at Storm's End, which means that the name Baratheon might symbolize the god of the big wave. Storm's End is obviously on the sea and it often faces a lot of big waves from storms. The sigil of the House Baratheon is a crowned black stag on a gold field. Now, interestingly, the colors used here have a lot of symbolism. In a flag, black shows determination or defeating your enemies. Gold symbolizes wealth and energy. Obviously, these are a huge symbol of the House Baratheon. The House Baratheon in itself got its house name, words and sigil from a different house that they annihilated. Later on, we see Robert take over the throne of a kingdom. It's a very determined house who often defeat their enemies and who is very wealthy, or at least on paper they are.
We already owe Lord Tywin 3 million gold. What's another 80,000?
Are you telling me the crown is 3 million in debt?
I'm telling you the crown is 6 million in debt.
How could he let this happen?
The stag is also very symbolic. Stags symbolize spiritual authority, regeneration and pride. Now, Robert Baratheon does show a lot of pride.
You're too fat for your armor.
Fat? Fat, is it?
He is also seen as a spiritual authority in the sense that he is the king. The king of a kingdom decides a lot about the kingdom, including which religion they follow. The words of the House Baratheon is, "Ours is the fury." This is again pretty symbolic of Robert, who often gets angry very easily.
I took you for a king.
Hold your tongue.
He's attacked one of my brothers and abducted the other. I should wear the armor, and you the gown.
There's really no differences between Robert Baratheon in the books and Robert Baratheon in the TV show. This is mainly due to the fact that he dies pretty early on in the series, and the TV show is a very faithful adaptation of the first book. Really, the only real difference is something that Cersei says.
I lost my first boy, little black-haired beauty. He was a fighter too. Tried to beat the fever that took him.
However, this is never brought up in the books. Mark Addy, who plays Robert Baratheon, was the best audition the directors had seen for this entire cast. Addy has often been asked about his death scene. He's actually said in interviews his death was very comfortable. This is because the studio is very cold, but obviously Addy was under covers because Robert Baratheon died in his bed. This meant that Addy was nice and comfortable while all the other actors were cold.
King Robert Baratheon, murdered by a pig.
Speaking of his death, the directors had initially decided to actually film a scene with a wild boar attacking Robert Baratheon. However, as Addy pointed out, they were trying to use a wild boar, and as the name suggests, they're pretty wild. They don't really listen to direction. So it was decided instead to have him attacked off screen, and then we learn about it on screen later.
Ned! It's Robert. We were hunting a boar.
Would you have liked to see Robert being attacked by the wild boar in the show, or do you think that his death scene made sense as it was? Please tell me in the comment section down below. And until next time, happy bubbles! Thanks so much for watching this video, and thank you to my Patreon bubblers for supporting the channel. If you want to see the other characters from the series that I've already covered, you can click on the box on the left. Or you can click on the box on the right to see the most recent video that I have published. Thanks so much for liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell.